What's going on, guys? What does it feel like having an incurable autoimmune disorder, illness? So guys, I strongly believe that a sickness is something that a human being goes through, and it's the most disrupting thing a human can go through, because the level of pain and the level of suffering within can be destructive. And I've been there, and I know what it feels like to wake up and not feel alive. So I'm gonna take you guys to what it feels like to wake up with an incurable disease. So most of the times you can barely sleep because of the pain, because of the symptomology of your disease. Sometimes sleep is not even a gateway from the pain, but most people that are able to sleep use sleep as a way to finally, I'm able to get away from the pain. I had both times where I couldn't sleep and a time where I could sleep, and the time when I was able to sleep was a time that I felt it was amazing, because I could just take a break from all the pain. Because as soon as you wake up, that's where the real war starts. That's where the real war starts. Battling with a chronic disease and dealing with pain, it's a fight. You have to fight through the pain psychologically to not go insane. You wake up with massive inflammation, and inflammation can be anything. It can be from just a simple headache to seizures. I had both of them. So migraines, seizures, stabbing sensation, tingling, numbness, vision problems, everything is blurry. You try to say something and it doesn't come out how you want it to. Dizziness, vertigo, to the point where you cannot even stand up. Everything is achy. Everything is sore. The moment that you go out in the sun, you get burnt in a second. Then when you go and you try to eat, you try to have breakfast, you get a massive headache right after, because you're sensitive to everything. You are used to taking over 50 supplements, and yet not one of them seems to work. And it's a very tough situation right away in the morning. As soon as you wake up and you feel like someone is already attacking you. Like there's something that is controlling you and almost making you feel like you're in prison. Like your body is holding your spirit hostage. And our goal is to break the chains and make our physical body reflect our spirit. Throughout this journey, you have to have God. Because without God and without faith, how can you see what you cannot see? That's what the Bible is all about. Faith is about believing in something that you cannot see. Do you believe that you can heal without even having any proof right now? That's where my healing started. That's where I was able to reverse every single symptom and become the beast that I am today. Because the moment that you know how to use God, the only power source, the divine source for healing, get ready, because you will heal. And not in the way that everybody tells you that you're gonna heal, but you're gonna have a spiritual experience where you will realize that there is way more than just a sickness. That the whole time you are being tested. And if you right now you're struggling with your sickness and your symptoms, it means that you don't have God by your side. Because it wouldn't be a sickness, you would view it as a blessing. Wake up, you feel terrible, you have headaches, you have inflammation, your joints hurt. You can have from headaches to seizures. Every food that you eat, you either get nauseous or your stomach hurts, or you get extreme brain fog right after. You try to go exercise, but then that only makes all your symptoms worse. You get discouraged. You get into depressed state. You tell yourself that you tried, and then you go back to bed. You can see here our focus is, when you're sick, your focus is just only on the symptoms. So you only just focus on surviving. But we cannot forget about our true passions and our hobbies. We gotta keep them alive. Exactly what you love to do, your symptoms should never stop you from doing that. Ever. Because the number one thing about retraining the brain to recreate health in your life is by living life as you were healthy. This is what I teach in my program with people that are struggling, that don't know how to make it into reality, that have already tried many different programs, that do the visualization, that do the affirmations, that do everything, but still is not able to get out of that phase of fighting the symptoms all day. It's a battle against the spiritual and the physical. You have to go beyond the physical if you want to tap into the spiritual, and the spiritual is what's gonna heal you. Because this body right here, you have to go over what you feel, and you have to start living in a realm of faith that nothing can break you, that your symptoms cannot take you down, the symptoms cannot affect you mentally, the symptoms cannot take over your day. You have to regain control of your situation. If you want to have a different outcome, you must be and doing something different, right? So far, nothing has worked. Everything, you wake up every single morning and you feel the same way. We got to make a change. We got to go beyond the physical. We got to go beyond what you think the body cannot do. You will find out that your body can do and can handle way more than you thought. You are underestimating the power of your body. Just because you have symptoms, you're limiting yourself. You believe that your body cannot go work out, that your body cannot have a good day, that your body cannot perform all those activities that you love to do. Maybe you love cars. I loved cars. And I was just staying home all day until I started getting around cars, start selling cars. And little by little, you see that your focus is not so much anymore on your sickness, but on the present. And that's the whole goal. You have to be focused on the present and being grateful that you're here today. If you're here today, it means that God has put you on earth for a reason. And if your main struggle is your health, well, congratulations, it's time to heal. Because you would have been dead by now if that's what was meant to be. If you're still here today, it means that God believes that you can use this strength to heal. Because if your sickness was bad enough, you would have already been dead. There's people that have sicknesses and they die in just a few months. But why? Because your spirit is what's keeping you alive. The world needs your spirit. And you don't even know it. I didn't know it either until I figured out that if I'm going through this pain, I might as well use it to help heal others because I know what it feels like. Don't ever get in the habit of being in a destructive, victimized mindset. That's what's gonna kill you. That's dangerous. Very dangerous, because you're gonna be stuck in a loop forever. I help on calls with my clients all the time that are trying to heal and want to join the program. And all they say is that I can't. I'm just in too much pain. They're so stuck in over-analyzing the physical. They haven't tapped in the spiritual yet. You have to go beyond the physical pain in order to see miracles. God wants to see that you have faith and that you can see healing without seeing it. You have to go over the fear, over your symptoms, and live and follow your passion and follow your mission. You're so stuck being so over analytical about all the supplements and the diet and this and that. You're so focused on the details, and you miss the whole point. Because your symptoms would have gone better by now. But the reason they haven't is because you're stuck in the physical. You're always over-analyzing everything, Googling everything. Literally your life revolves around Googling and looking for the next doctor or supplement. What kind of fucking life is that? Get over your shit and start living the life regardless as you didn't have the symptoms. We have to make sure that our daily process is dialed in, because of course that will not work. And that's why I'm here offering my program, because people don't know how to have a daily set schedule where you don't fucking miss. Everybody has it so wrong. They just wake up, oh, today I don't feel good, so I'm just not gonna go to work. As a man, you cannot allow yourself to do that. Even as a woman these days, you cannot allow yourself to do that. Bills are so high. Do you see where I'm coming from? If you don't have a daily process and you don't go over the physical experience and you start engaging into a spiritual experience, you're never gonna heal, because you're so stuck in experiencing this body instead of going over and tapping into the divine. What God has put you through right now, you gotta use it as strength to overcome it. Use this fucking pain to fuel it and to really understand who you are, so you can give that to the world. The way that I heal myself might not be exactly how you're gonna heal, but I guarantee you that if you don't optimize your sleep, if you don't figure out exactly what foods your body resonates with, if you don't get rid of environmental toxins out of your life, heavy metals, mold, pesticides, I guarantee you that if you don't exercise or you don't try, we don't have some type of momentum of little by little on progressive overload, you're not gonna heal. If you don't have a connection with God and you don't brain retrain yourself to live the life that you want, regardless of how you feel, regardless of your symptoms, healing is gonna be very hard, my friend. But if you have these 5 steps on your belt, man, you're invincible. That's what I feel like I am. I am invincible. I am strong. I am healthy. I am unbreakable. Because the sickness was just a test. Because now I'm able to replicate that mentality in every realm of my life. In business, with my wife, with my family. I am unbreakable. Nothing can take me down. And I see every loss as a blessing for me to get stronger and to testify that with true discipline and persistence, I can heal, I can bounce back from any financial adversity, I can bounce back from any argument, because everything that's happening to me, it's for me. And I know that this video started as, what does it feel like to be a chronic illness? What does it feel like to go through a incurable disorder? Who gives a fuck? The whole reason why I made that hook is because so you can watch it and you can actually gain relief. Who cares about the way that people feel? So do you want to be understood? Believe me, everybody knows that you're sick. Everybody knows that you're in pain. Everybody knows that. And the more you keep on saying that, the more it's going to keep on happening in your life. Your words and your thoughts must be congruent to the reality that you want. So if you don't want to be sick anymore, stop saying I am sick. Stop saying to your parents that you're sick. Stop saying to your friends that you're sick. Stop saying to your friends that you cannot take this anymore. Start saying, I got this. I am healthy. Despite the pain, I will have a great day. I'm strong. I'm unbreakable. This illness is for me to help other people. That's why I'm going to heal it. This illness is just God trying to realign me to my true purpose. Who cares the way that people feel? You want to be understood? The only way that you're going to be feeling understood is when you're going to actually finally overcome this situation and give that to the world. And you're going to realize on how bad of a mindset you were. And that was exactly why you couldn't heal. Because you understood that you had to go over the physical and tap into your spiritual. and understand that this was just a spiritual experience and it was just a test for you to overcome. If you're watching this video, it's because you are meant for healing. If you need help scheduling out the 5 steps that I teach in the 20% healing program, I got you. Click the link below. Let's schedule a call. Let's see if I can even help you. Many people were able to find relief and find healing in my program, and I hope that you can too. So we can all be here testifying the word of God and showing people that there is a possibility for healing. Let's go!